Velpo had a lot of success in the Horizon League, and a lot of their matchups that came there came from some 25-win Velpo teams that were just really dynamite.
Second half underway with UIC controlling the basketball. And as you know, Jamie, the first 5 minutes of each half crucial. So for Velpo, they need to get back in this one. And a good way to start it for the Beacons as the shot comes up long by UIC. Gordon and Velpo with it.
Yeah, and Velpo was on, they ended the first half on about a 3-minute scoring drought. So you're absolutely right. The way that they attack this first 3 minutes will be crucial.
Kithier spins along the baseline, and Brandon Battle will get called for the hip check. Battle with his second personal.
Yeah, and you can see Battle starting the second half. He didn't start the game, but I think they're looking for a bigger, stronger, true post player to try to guard Kithier.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'8", looks more like a tight end. Beacon basketball. Anderson tracks it down. Taylor looks to roll it inside, and a foul once again, and it's pretty apparent what Velpo's trying to do early on in this second half, and that's pounded inside.
Absolutely, and 2 quick ones on Battle, and it's just, once you get stuck behind, it's almost impossible to fight behind the post player that really knows how to use his lower body to post up.
Kithier off the handoff, finds Taylor, he'll pull it for 3, no good. Franklin snatches up the board. UIC trying to extend. Griffin goes baseline. His hop, stop, and pop in the lane is up and in.
Excellent body control there by Griffin, and he's a left-handed player, so he had to come back to shoot the ball with his left hand, but playing off at 2 feet there in the paint, really nice job.
Griffin has 4, the 7-point advantage for UIC, the biggest of the afternoon. And it looks like Sheldon Edwards will head to the line to shoot a couple. Let's see right here. Looks like the foul's going to go against Franklin. Mario Franklin picks up the personal foul. Luke Yaklich having a conference with one of the officials here as Edwards is to the stripe. Edwards, 6'4", and a sophomore out of West Palm Beach. Shot 74% from the line a season ago for the Missouri Valley Conference all-freshman team selection. Misses number 1. He gets one more.
You know, Franklin there was getting some encouragement from assistant coach Dee Brown, and what a good perimeter coach to be able to learn from.
Yeah, you think?
Former college player of the year in 2005 on that Illinois team that made a historic run to the Final Four.
Off the putback. Kevion Taylor with the bucket. Beacons down 5, looking for a stop. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing watching them. Diggins leaves it for Franklin. On top, Johnson takes the screen from Battle, turns the corner. Left corner. Diggins to the deck. He'll float it in the lane. No good. Contact, no call. Rebound by Kithier. Beacons trying to cut into this 5-point deficit as Taylor takes it hard to the 10, tries to bounce pass behind him, loses it. Kithier with a good hustle play. And off the missed shot by Velpo. Anderson will pull it for 3, and he'll bury it. Trevor Anderson, you give him a step, he'll take the mile. The 6'3" senior out of Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and the Wisconsin native with the bucket.
Now, Anderson doesn't shoot the ball very much, and when he does, he's open and he's in rhythm, and that's why he shoots the ball at such a high percentage.
And he gets that one to drop. That's his first points of the afternoon. Just an
Little
incredibly
run here.
high basketball IQ for Anderson as well.
Absolutely, and he's a coach's kid as well. You know, we keep highlighting coaches' kids. His dad was a college basketball player and coach in the WIAC, which is a great Division III league in Wisconsin.
Taylor on the up and under, comes up short. Franklin on the push. Flames looking to run. Franklin down the lane, loses the handle. Who's getting it? Going back to Velpo. Beacons looking to tie it up here. Trailed by 5 at the break.
UIC's been a little bit sloppy here coming out of the locker room. So Velpo needs to continue to take care of the basketball, get shots that they want on the offensive end.
Velpo trying to tie. Anderson takes that screen from Taylor. Finds Gordon out with 13 to shoot. Edwards along the baseline. Jumper up and in. Edwards with the hoop. Sheldon Edwards now with 4.
Nice possession there by Velpo. And Brian, I went to practice the other day And Matt Loddick asked his team, how hard is it to play defense? And they all nodded. It's hard. It's hard. Then defense for 30 and come back and shoot right away and go back and do something hard. So Velpo did a nice job there of taking their time and getting some composure on the other end.
Being patient. Edwards looks inside for Kithier. Gets it into him. Backs down on Battle. Kithier absorbs the contact. Turnaround jumper up and in. Thomas Kithier, great patience on the inside. 16 points, 8 rebounds, and a timeout taken. 23.
Yep, and a scoring drought for UIC. So the script is really flipped, and we'll see how that timeout can sort of change things for UIC.
You're okay now. You got your charger. We had drama here at the
I
table.
can see the game now.
Now she can watch her monitor. Will be charged up now. Baseline jumper, no good as it's blocked out of the hands of Franklin. Anderson picks up the loose ball for Velpo. Beacon's trying to extend this 2-point lead. Gordon now has it for the Beacons. He'll take it down the lane. His scoop to the hoop. Oh, no good. Tap not there. Flames looking to run.
Aaron Gordon has had some nice takes to the basket that he just can't get to go down today.
Johnson on the pull and pop comes up short. A one and done that trip for UIC. Here's Anderson working in the front court. Finds Kithier. Now Gordon takes the Kithier screen off the pick and roll. Inside for Thomas Kithier. He can't finish. Nice set right there by Velpo, Jamie, but they just couldn't convert.
Yeah, and not the toughest bucket Thomas Kithier's had to attempt tonight either.
Warren to the deck. Ahale for 3 out of the corner. That's short. Diggins with the offensive board. Skip pass in the corner. Skobal dials up 3. He can't convert. There's Gordon with a cleanup for the Beacons.
Yeah, one of the challenges for UIC, and it's a challenge that the Velpo women's team actually sees sometimes, is that when you shoot that many threes, you get a little susceptible to, you go through runs where you can't make shots. You better really dial it up on the other end.
Inside, the nice look from Thomas Kithier, and Sheldon Edwards, the recipient. He's got 6. And again, great patience from Kithier. 11-0 run thus far for Velpo the last 4 minutes. Here's Warren down the lane. Now Diggins takes it hard to the 10. He can't finish. Kithier covers it up. Beacons up 4, trying to extend. Trailed 34-29 at the break. Kithier, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Anderson takes the screen, turns the corner, leads it in the right corner. Edwards now on the blow-by. His shot no good. Flames now in control. Ahale on the pull-up, and he'll hit it.
Ahale had not hit a shot all day. He doesn't even hesitate to take a 3. He is such a catch-and-shoot player, graduate player from Melbourne, Australia. He doesn't. His memory is very, very short.
Yeah, leading three-point shooter on this club a season ago. Had 8 threes versus Oakland. Finished the night with 25 in that game. He can shoot it, no question. Here's Kithier working inside on Skobel. Helps up. Tournament, NCAA tournament appearance for Velpo.
I watched that team play as a...
You were a student.
As a student, yes. Doogie Howser type situation.
There you go, right. You do have your doctorate. Number 2, no good by Kithier. Rebound by UIC. 2-point lead for the Beacons. 13:25 to go in the game. Here's Anderson. Inside Ahale. Got position on Anderson and gets the bucket to go.
Nice set out of the timeout for UIC there. An easier bucket, not having much success from 3, so they start to get something inside going towards the basket.
Shot clock situation. They're going to reset it to 23. Okay. So the Beacons have it along the baseline. Diavero set to trigger the inbound, and he does. He has the basketball. He wants the screen, and he'll take it from Taylor. Pounds it inside. Wide open 3 out of the corner. And the freshman, Young, hits the 3. Way to come in and Get a big-time bomb for the freshman.
He did the same thing against Toledo. Checked in, first possession, dialed up a 3. So he does not lack confidence in his shooting ability.
DeAndre Young with his first points of the afternoon. Folks, he can shoot it. Scored 26 in the 6A Oklahoma State Championship game in high school. Here's Warren working with it now for the Flames. Beacons up 3. Warren muscles his way into the lane. That's no good. Guevara with the board. Another one and done for UIC. Approaching the 12-minute mark here left in the ball game. UIC has only mustered 7 points through the first 8 minutes of action here in the second half. Inside Taylor. He'll spin to the rim. Can't finish. Scoble had it, lost it, but he finds it for the Flames.
And you see there, that screen and roll action not as good for Velpo, only because the two players are able to switch without much size disadvantage on defense. The possession before, Velpo got point guard on Kevion Taylor, who was able to find a wide open Keandre Young.
Diggins misses the shot. Winner of basketball, and hopefully a long run in the spring for the Beacons.
It's such a fun conference, isn't it? Top to bottom, and the top 4 teams, probably into 5, is going to be just exciting to watch this season.
Of course, Drake and Loyola picked 1-2 in the conference in terms of the preseason poll. Young on the pull and pop in the lane, can't get it to drop. Jamie Ahel with the rebound. Beacons up 3, 11-10 left in this one. Beacons trailed 34-29 at the break, up 3 currently as Franklin works with it. Now Johnson looking for a teammate. Finds Griffin. He loses the handle. Turnover into the hands of Velpo. UIC, turnover number 11.
Really pesky defense there by Darius D'Avario. Doesn't let you get loose with the ball without sticking his hands in there.
Anderson looking for the screen. Takes it out high. D'Avario comes and finds it. 10 to shoot. Down the lane he goes. Absorbs the contact. High off the window. Can't finish. Franklin couldn't get it to drop. Now Johnson comes to the timeline. The 3 out of the hands of Ahel is up and good. That's his second 3. He's got 6. We're tied at 44.
Yeah, and that's the kind of player that can change momentum quickly. We talked about it doesn't take him a long time to catch and shoot. I like the decision on the other end from Joe Hedstrom, who just kind of slipped his initial ball screen and cut to the basket.
Looking inside for the big body. Hedstrom goes into the lane. Offensive foul. As Brandon Battle set up camp. And Hedstrom will get charged with his first personal. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, you saw there the arm extended. Once that happens, that'll never get by. But you know what? Hedstrom gave some serious breathing minutes to Kithier. So let's see what a renewed Kithier and a renewed Sheldon Edwards can do. And Sheldon Edwards likes to score. He hasn't scored a lot yet, but he's really positively impacted the last couple games. If you put a lot of stock into plus minus and analytics statistic, he's leads the game. He's at a +9 right now.
Well, he does the things that really don't show up in terms of the numbers in the category. Speaking of numbers, Battle right here goes to the line off the screen and roll, gets the contact, the hoop, and the harm, and he'll shoot 1. And Battle now on the afternoon, he's got 4 points. So Battle, graduate student out of Warren, Ohio, to the line. Alabama State transfer after a couple of years, hits it. 47-44, 9:40 to go in the ball game. Beacons down 3. We said they haven't scored the last 3 minutes plus. Here's Kithier. Backs down on Battle. Tries to establish position. His floater, and he gets the friendly roll. Thomas Kithier, 19 on the night. That's a new career high.
You know, some of these guys for Velpo, Kithier, they're used to playing 12, 13 minutes at a time in a game, so they need these breaks so they can really be efficient, but they're going to build up their stamina.
3 out of the corner by Franklin is up and good. Flames push it out to 4 with 9 minutes left. Still plenty of time in this one. Yeah, that's a good point you mentioned. You get more minutes here inside of Kithier. 21 for the big fella. got great inside position. Jamie gets the bucket. He is now 9 of 13 from the floor.
Feels like we could be in for a really good stretch of 8 minutes of basketball here, going back and forth between both of these teams.
Cahill along the baseline. Shut off there by Diavero. Now Battle comes up with it. Battle to the bucket. Contact, no call on the up and under. He drops it in. He's got 5. And the lead is back to 4. Intensity heating up here. 8.5 left. Edwards rolls it inside. Kithier again looking to do work inside on Battle. Half hook up and in. Kithier. Now for UIC, they're going to have to think about helping on that weak side a little bit more.
Absolutely. I think get the guards out of this game. Let's watch these two guys go back and forth the rest of the game inside.
23 for Thomas Kithier, the senior out of Macomb, Michigan. 3-ball left corner, too strong. Battle with an offensive board. Ripped away by Taylor. It's loose. Who wants it? Johnson comes out of there with it. Now Franklin has it for UIC. 8 to shoot. Johnson works with it. 5 on the shot clock. He'll force it with 1. And he hits. And click on Fan Hangout. I might make the trip down there for that. Hopefully the Beacon's there, obviously, but that's a great time. Great city, St. Louis.
Absolutely. And one of the best tournaments, usually is one of the first tournaments, isn't it, that happens in the conference tournament schedule. So there's been some really good games there.
After the timeout, Beacons basketball. Anderson has it for Velpo. On top, here's Edwards with 10 to shoot. Now Taylor down the lane. He'll take it with a left hand, and he gets it to go. 14 now for Taylor. Beacons within 2, 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. Johnson and UIC have the basketball. Franklin. Looks like Velpo extending the perimeter defense just a bit. 7 to shoot. Cahill sets his feet. Comes up short. There's Gordon with the rebound for Velpo. A one and done that trip. Beacons with an opportunity to tie. Anderson down the lane. Loses the handle. Franklin comes out of there with it for UIC. Johnson out of the corner, and he drills it. Pushes it out to a 5-point lead with 6:10 left in this one.
Yeah, a tough spot there for Aaron Gordon, because when Trevor Anderson went down and ended up on the floor, you left Ahale and Johnson, and he had to pick between 2 really good shooters, and he made the wrong choice, I guess.
Turnover by Valparaiso. That's their 10th. UIC with an opportunity to pad this 5-point advantage. Had a 7-point lead in the first half. Under 6 minutes to go. Franklin along the baseline throws it off the hip of Kithier, and with 10 to shoot, UIC takes back possession.
That's a great defensive possession for Kithier. He hedged high on the ball screen, got back to deny his guy who was the roller, and then helped on the baseline there on the drive. I mean, most of the time you want your people to be able to guard 1.5. That's what really elite defenders did. Kithier guarded plus on that one.
Franklin off the inbound in the corner for UIC with 7 to shoot. Here's Diggins. Now Johnson. Johnson with a right-hand runner. No good. Tap not there. Put back by Griffin. Blocked by Taylor. Johnson picks up the loose ball for UIC. Shot clock at 12. Johnson on the crossover. Floater in the lane is too strong. Diggins with a putback. He can't finish. Taylor comes out of there with it for Velpo.
Yeah, super long possession there by UIC, but no A super long possession there by UIC, but no harm, no foul for Velpo. So now we'll see what they can do on this end to try to cut into a super long possession there by UIC, but no harm, no foul for Velpo. So now we'll see what they can do on this end to try to cut into a 5-point deficit.
Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Taylor looking inside, tried to make the beeline pass for Kithier. Deflected out of play with 12 to shoot. Velpo basketball. It's a great no-look right there. Looks like Franklin got a piece of it. Diavero to trigger the inbound for Velpo. Kithier tracks it down with 10. For Velpo. Kithier tracks it down with 10. He has the pass deflected away by Diggins. Away by trigger the inbound for Velpo. Kithier tracks it down with 10. He has the pass deflected away by Diggins, and Kithier picks up the personal foul. That'll be his first.
Yeah, and he
57-52 clock rolls. 4:40 to go in the ball game. 58th meeting all time between these two programs. Ahel on the pump fake. Now goes out high to Johnson. Johnson looking for a teammate. Finds Griffin. Southpaw jumper up and good. Griffin with the hoop. He's got 6. The lead is 7.
UIC's offense has looked really good the last couple of possessions. They're moving without the ball a lot better. Not so much dribble drive.
Anderson up off the window, gets it to drop. Anderson, 5 points here on the night. 2 of 5 from the floor.
And Velpo desperately needed that bucket.
Yes.
They were at 2:42 without a bucket before then, and so keeping themselves in the game.
Here's Franklin, works on Diavero. He'll take it down the lane. His scoop shot is up, no good. Kithier with the board. Diavero on the push. He'll take it to the bucket himself. Offensive foul. Player of the game for UIC, and Thomas Kithier, the player of the game for Velpo. But still plenty of time left in this one. 3:37 to go. UIC nursing the 5-point lead here. And they have the basketball after the timeout. Here's Diggins now for UIC. On top, Johnson. Shot clock at 10. Johnson with the left hand takes it towards the baseline. Now he'll pull it from 12. No good. Shot clock at 10. Johnson with the left hand takes it towards the baseline. Now he'll pull it from 12. No good. There's Edwards with a bigger rebound right there for Velpo. Edwards down the lane. Contact. Nope, but he'll shoot a couple.
Big rebound there by Sheldon Edwards. Takes it the length of the floor. Good body control there and ability to go up with his left.
Personal foul charge to Michael Diggins. That is his third, I believe. So Edwards to the line.
Edwards today just 0 of 2 from behind the threes against Toledo. I think he's sort of settled into he can absolutely shoot it, but you saw there his athleticism,
right.
His ability to take the ball to the basket, and his body control is such an asset.
59-56, little full court man pressure now by Velpo. Velpo fans trying to will this club back in this
control is such body control is such an asset.
59-56, little full court man pressure now by Velpo. Velpo fans trying to will this club back in this one. UIC to the timeline. Here's Johnson. He'll take the screen from Diggins. Finds Ahel. Under 3 to play. Ahel leaves it out high, ripped away by Diavero. Diavero to the bucket, lays it up and in, points off the turnover. Velpo down 59-58. Now they reset the scoreboard.
Little scoreboard.
58. Now they reset the scoreboard.
Little scoreboard blunder there. Great defense leading to offense by Velpo, and they're really turning it up in the half court.
Beacons looking for stop. Griffin down the lane. Setting his three is Johnson for three. That's no good. Kick here with a big board. With an opportunity to take the lead. Coming up on 2 minutes left in this one. Beacons in the midst of a 6-0 run. Here's Kithier. Kithier. Block and a foul charge to Michael.
His right hand on.
Minutes left.
Velpo on a 7-0 run. This is
minutes left.
Velpo on a 7-0 run. This is similar to Tuesday. They made a big run to cut it to tie. Now they got to find a way to finish these games.
Here's Johnson. Now to Griffin in the corner. 12 to shoot. 1:40 left. Inside Franklin. Edwards with a swat. Controlled by Taylor of Valparaiso.
Neil Bryan, similar thing for UIC, right? We talked about them leading most of the game against Dayton and then a big run killing them at the end. So you can tell both coaches are really probably concerned with the last 4 minutes here.
Edwards out high, which wall to shoot. He's going to pull it for three. We've got a whistle off the ball. What do we got? This afternoon. After the timeout, Anderson has it now for Velpo. Looking inside, rolls it inside to Taylor. He'll square up on his defender from 17 off the right side. That's no good. Ahel with the rebound. 1 minute left in the ball game. We're tied at 59 as UIC has the basketball. There's Johnson. 17 to shoot. Johnson. Corner three. No good out of the hands of Griffin. And Diavero comes out of there with the board. 40 seconds left. About a 14-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
I gotta imagine Thomas Kithier gets a touch here. Not that one that he just got from the basket, but a post touch in position.
Taylor from downtown. That's too strong. Kithier with the offensive board. 17 seconds left in the ball game. Franklin will trigger for UIC.
I have to imagine here, Brian, there comes a time in the shot clock where you start to switch all screens because you cannot.
There's Johnson and a whistle. Figure out if that would have not been awarded to him. So off the inbound, UIC basketball. Franklin looking to trigger. Finds Diggins. Diggins will force the three with 1 second left. Put back not there. Follow up. Will it count? No, it won't.
In their early non-conference schedule.
Last overtime game for Valparaiso was back on January the 28th of this year. A double overtime victory over Bradley here at home, 91-85. So here we go with the overtime period. UIC wins it, and they have it. We're tied at 59. side. That's Diggins, and he hammers it home.
That is a high percentage shot.
Diggins with the bucket. He's got 7. 61-59, 4:35 to go in the overtime. There's Diavero now for Velpo on the crossover. Edwards goes baseline. His reverse, no good. Diggins with the board for the Flames.
Yeah, tough shot by Sheldon Edwards. Think he thought he had a little more room than he did.
Franklin on the hoop to the bucket. He gets it to go. 63-59. Franklin, 18 on the night. 4 minutes left in the overtime. Diavero with possession. Now to Edwards. Taylor has it now for Velpo with 15 to shoot. Anderson out high with 10. Velpo. Now Edwards has it with 5. He's going to let the 3 fly, and he drills it. Big time bomb. Edwards dials up long distance. UIC up 1, 3:33 left.
Boy, was that huge, because that was a busted offensive possession. Velpo nowhere to go, and Sheldon Edwards with the bomb. What a lift.
Here's Johnson with 13 to shoot. Flames up 1. Now Griffin to the bucket with the floater. He gets it to go. Give Griffin tonight with 8. 65-62, 3 minutes remaining in the ball game.
And Griffin's done most of his damage in the paint tonight. We talked about he had 5 threes against Dayton in their opener. He's done most of his work in the paint.
Diggins, as you said, especially in the second half. Diggins and Brandon Battle, who started the second half, really trying to take Thomas Kithier out of the ballgame, and they haven't been able to do so. He's got 24 tonight. Here's Edwards. Inside trying to find Kithier. And at the line to Mario Franklin. Hits number 1. He's got 19 tonight. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. UIC bench. Up 4 here, taking an opportunity to make it a 5-point lead, and Franklin can't convert. Beacon's down 4 with 2:45 to go. Diavero comes in the front court for Velpo.
Down 4, it's really critical for Velpo to get a good shot here. They don't have to rush.
And they get a good look inside to Kithier, again off the pick and roll, and he is going to be fouled, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And that's the spot to go. Good find here by Darius Diavero.
So Kithier at the stripe where he's 4 of 7 on the night. 24 points, 11 rebounds tonight for the senior out of Macomb, Michigan. He's got 25, and the lead is 3 for UIC. .26 for Kithier. The lead is 2 for the Flames. Flames basketball. Beacons need a stop here. Here's Ahel off the handoff. Now they go out high there to Johnson. Ahel, a couple of threes. He can light it up in a hurry. Johnson takes that screen. He'll turn the corner down the lane, up off the window, and he finishes. 68-64. 17 now for Johnson.
That was really good action on that offensive series. Back screens, 3-point shooters that had looks, so Velpo had to guard everything there.
Patience by UIC results in the bucket as Taylor takes it hard to the bucket. And a foul charge to the Flames. I believe it's going to be on Taylor.
Your duo for them.
Taylor hits them both. He's got 16 on the night. 68-66, under 2 minutes to play. In overtime period number 1. Here's Johnson. Looking for a teammate. And he gets it back from Griffin. Franklin into the lane. He can't finish. Fouls up his own miss and gets the hoop. 21 for Franklin. Lead back to 4 with under 90 seconds remaining. Kithier are going to go hard to the bucket. And
to the point where you can't trade baskets anymore.
Beacons need a stop. Full court pressure. UIC can run the baseline. Johnson off the inbound. Works on Diavero. Comes in the front court. Diavero kicks that. So right in front of us, it will be Flame basketball. 1:08 left in the overtime. UIC working with a 2-point lead. Kithier bats it out of bounds. Better have your hands ready down here. $107 to go. Flames basketball right in front of our vantage point.
Velpo doing their best to kind of disrupt the flow of this offense by getting their hands, feet, whatever they can on these passes.
Here's Johnson. Works on Diavero. On Ahill off the weave. 1 minute left. Shot clock at 12. Ahill. Now to Johnson. Griffin with 4 into the lane. And he gets it.
Great move. Great up and under by Griffin.
Zion Griffin win double figures now with 10. 4-point lead for UIC. 38 seconds left. Now a steal or a kneel steal by Diggins. A big road game for them in that one. So after the timeout, 4-point lead for UIC, 35 seconds left. Kithier will trigger the inbound right in front of the VU bench. Here's Edwards off the inbound. Sheldon into the lane. Will it go? Nope, they're going to wave it off. They say the foul occurred on the floor. So Edwards will head to the line here. You can see that Jamie Ahill picks up the personal foul.
I imagine Valpo's looking at now coming down the other end. They're going to put pressure on. I imagine they'll put full court pressure on. Michael Diggins shot 69% from the free throw line last year, 31 of 45. Zion Griffin in the early go, 4 of 6 at 67%. I mean, those are some numbers that they've got in mind, but most important is that they stop the clock.
And Griffin has not shot a free throw tonight as Edwards hits it 72-70. Gordon back in for Velpo, replacing Trevor Anderson. Full court pressure, as mentioned by Jamie, by the Beacons. Foul in the backcourt against Velpo, and Sheldon Edwards will pick up the personal foul. Edwards records his second personal. 29.5 seconds remaining in the ball game. So a half a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now they're going to shut the shot clock off.
The official pointing out the only reason for a shot clock would be an offensive rebound, which they didn't get. So
no good. Edwards and Velpo with the basketball. Shot clock is off. Here's Sheldon. He'll scoop it up to the bucket. Shot no good. Fouls up his own miss. Loses the handle.
They want and who they want to touch the ball here for this last possession.
Each club with a timeout. Number 1 up and good by Franklin. $22 tonight for him.
To go along with 11 rebounds, so he has really had a nice game.
And the second one is up and good. 23 tonight for him. The lead is 4. Beacons need a bucket in a hurry as Anderson takes it. He'll stop and pop from the elbow. That's no good. Kithier had it, lost it. He's going to stick with Velpo, however, with 9.3 seconds left. Anderson off the inbound for Velpo. Finds Diavero. Velpo got to get a shot off. Kithier will force the 3. That's going to be short. And that's going to do it as UIC. Thomas Kithier jumping